Welcome back to the Wheel of Wisdom Health Fair. I'm your host, Kai, and I'm so glad you landed here. The Grand Wisdom Wheel has spun us a real winner. Today's topic is cruising through heart failure. Imagine your heart as the engine of your body. Pumping blood like an engine fuels your car. And now you're planning to take your car for a road trip. The car is the body, the heart is your engine, the road trip is your health journey and daily living. But what happens when your engine starts to struggle? That's where heart failure comes in. Our heart tries to be a superhero, enlarging, bulking up, pumping faster. But these are only temporary fixes, like your car running on backup systems. And just like your car, heart failure has signs on the dashboard. These signs and symptoms are our body's way of saying, hey, pay attention. Some common symptoms of heart failure can include shortness of breath, persistent coughing or wheezing, a buildup of extra fluid in the tissues, also known as swelling or edema, tiredness and fatigue, lack of appetite and nausea, confusion or impaired thinking, and weight changes. Sudden gains or losses could be warning signs that your body is signaling we need to adjust. So you're checking the dashboard and can recognize the various signs and symptoms. Great job. You can tell something is off. Now what? Well, then it's time for a health checkup. Regular checkups are like going for an oil change, and they perform the multi-point inspection, but for your body. Catch issues early and your road trip will be much smoother. Then we have our diagnostic tools, EKGs, echocardiograms, blood tests. Think of them as our health GPS. We can use these diagnostics to give us directions on how to move forward in your plan of care. Do we need to go left and prescribe medications? Do we need to go right and implant a device? Or do we keep straight and maintain the path we're already on and check in again in a few months? If you or someone you know has been diagnosed with heart failure, here are 6 essential things you can do to maintain a smooth ride. First, daily monitoring, stepping on a scale and tracking your weight gain or loss. Make it a daily habit, just like checking your fuel gauge to see how much gas you have in the tank. When you're feeling low for a few days in a row with those signs and symptoms I mentioned previously, reach out to your healthcare provider. Don't wait until your tank is completely on E. Next, quit smoking. The chemicals you inhale when you smoke cause damage to your heart and blood vessels, making smoking a major risk factor for heart disease. Another is physical activity. Your body loves to move. Your heart is your engine. Keep it revved up. Though staying active is important, listen to your body and don't overdo it. Your heart will need breaks from time to time and more often than you may be used to. This is normal and rest is our friend. Next, stress. We're trying to avoid unnecessary stress as much as possible, which can be people, places, or things. Implement relaxation or meditation whenever you can. And lastly, healthy eating. You're using premium fuel for your body, fresh, nutritious, and heart-friendly. If you don't know already, you'll soon find out that I love a Q&A. Normally, I'm doing a review of the info I discussed, but today I'm going to use it as a way to present some new facts to you. First one, what are some risk factors that can lead to heart failure? So here are some risk factors: aging, coronary artery disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, hyperactive thyroid, obesity, smoking tobacco, alcohol and drug abuse, eating foods high in fat, cholesterol, and sodium, as well as certain types of chemotherapy and radiation. So this is a good one because heart failure is a chronic condition. And if there is something in your lifestyle that can be changed, let's address that and talk with your healthcare provider about how we can sort these things out. Next one. How many adults in the United States have heart failure? 1 million, 3 million, 6 million, or 9 million? Approximately 6 million adults are living with heart failure. 1 million new cases are diagnosed in adults 55 years of age or over each year. So with an aging population, you can see how this number can continue to increase. My point is, if you're one of the 6 million or you have a loved one that is one of the 6 million, you're not alone. This next graphic I'm going to show is not a question, but I found it interesting, so I'm going to include it. This is a map from the CDC showing death rate by county from heart failure in the United States from 2018 to 2020. Let's take a look at this. According to this map, the counties with the highest concentrations of death rates by heart failure are located primarily in Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Illinois, and Wisconsin. This brings up so many questions for me because you can clearly see this area here is hot. Is it diet in this area, lack of education, lack of resources, health disparities? It could be so many different things. This was also based on info from 3 to 5 years ago, and I would be interested to see if this has changed or stayed the same. I've included links in the description to the CDC's heart failure page, which has the map graphic I showed on there. And it's actually an interactive map, which is cool because you can filter by state, county, race, or age. I also included a link to a heart failure management tracker, which allows you to track your symptoms. It looks like this. This is from the American Heart Association. And lastly, the American Heart Association does an amazing job visually showing what a heart with heart failure looks like compared to a normal healthy heart, and shows a video of the heart pumping and everything. So if you want that visual, which I find can be helpful, click the link in the description. And there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining me for another Wheel of Wisdom healthcare adventure as we cruise through heart failure. Remember, you're the driver of your health journey. So take charge, make those pit stops, and enjoy the ride. Bye.